Cosmic humanists regard modern political systems as divisive, fragmented, unjust, rigid, and obsolete. They call for the end of current political systems as well as the false beliefs that lead to them. Politically, most New Agers lean more to the left, though they cannot be simply labeled as liberals or conservatives. The cosmic humanist view of politics centers on their belief that all mankind is evolving toward a higher state of consciousness. In this state of enlightenment, all humans will realize their true unity, their divine oneness. This will be a state of collective consciousness. David Spangler writes, "The New Age planetary civilization arises less out of politics than out of what is called the holistic vision. This awareness that all life is interrelated and interdependent, that the formative elements of creation are not bits of matter but relationships, and that evolution is the emergence of ever more complex patterns and synthesis of relationships." Once New Agers reach a higher consciousness, a global civilization will arise, the New Age Order. To reach the New Age Order, nations must come to a new understanding of their relationship to each other. Marianne Williamson calls for this new understanding when she writes, "God is one, therefore you and I are one. God is one, therefore all nations are one." The belief in pantheism leads New Agers to call for a new political order that will unify the entire planet. This order will transcend individual, familial, tribal, and national boundaries. Such boundaries are viewed as stunting our evolutionary progress.
I do not believe that the New Age has any coherent thinking about politics, but such as it is, they would see that politics as currently constituted is just a stage of man, that as man evolves spiritually and morally, in their view, they won't need government. But there is an idea, even there, of some kind of one world government that would in some way spiritually direct or manage the whole planet.
Many New Agers hope the United Nations will ultimately unify humanity. In their book, Spiritual Politics, Changing the World from the Inside Out, Corrine McLaughlin and Gordon Davidson write, "The soul of the United Nations is the soul of a nascent one humanity." When the United Nations moves into its full and wise use of its power, the welfare of the world will be assured.
The cosmic humanist approach to politics seeks to engender a unity across national boundaries. And so anything that can break down those national boundaries is positive. And yet, they have to engender a perspective of unity between nations, between families, between individuals. And so sometimes that means that things like the United Nations need to come into play to enforce those laws that would encourage us to act as one.
The New Age order will be a place where every person follows their bliss, uninhibited by government restrictions or laws. But there is one aspect of a person's freedom that some New Agers will not tolerate: claims to orthodoxy and universal truth. Former UN Assistant Secretary General Robert Muller has written, "Religions must actively cooperate to bring to unprecedented heights a better understanding of the mysteries of life and of our place in the universe. My religion, right or wrong, must be abandoned forever in the planetary age."
It's a golden opportunity to rethink politics and to come together across national boundaries and create a new world. But in order to do that, the main thing that we have to free ourselves from is fundamentalisms, whether Islamic fundamentalism or evangelical Christianity or Jewish orthodoxy. These are often stigmatized as the real trouble source in our world.